All right, y'all. So let's talk about this. Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez. Um, what I think should happen, only because I'm asked, because I really don't even care. I might not even watch the fight when it happens live, honestly. Um, I'm not really checking for it like that, honestly. I'm just not motivated by much of nothing anymore. When it comes to boxing, um, you know, it's I'm just down for a good scrap. That's all it is for me. Is to enjoy the entertainment. And as someone that train their ass off every day, like I'm still in there doing this shit and do the things that I do, and just to see these rich ass motherfuckers who you have to twist their arm to make them fight, that shit just turns me off, man. It is what you do, is what you signed for. This is the life you chose. Shit, man. I can remember times we were training. Motherfucker like, hey, the gym closed today, man. Fuck that. We in a dusty ass basement, no heat. We in this motherfucker. It's so cold you can see your breath and all that. We in there hitting the bag, hitting the speed bag, jumping. We in it. We wasn't. It wasn't about luxury. You ain't gonna beat no dog like that. You ain't gonna beat no vicious motherfuckers like that. And your ass, it just gotta be just a smidget higher. Oh, cause yeah, it's a little chilly, a little nippy. My water, it's a little bit too cold. All of this little diva shit. And I'm watching these dudes, man, make all these little clout chasing videos, but nobody really wants to fight anybody. And this shit is crazy. Like I said, I don't like what Teofimo stands for. Everybody knows that. And I hope Shakur beat the shit out of him just for the sake. I don't feel anything personally is no, but yeah, I think that's the right thing to happen. He talked all this shit that he talked. But yeah, anyways, what I think should happen is this. Hopefully for Shakur, he doesn't have hand trouble in this fight where he can't do what he needs to do. I think really, if Shakur Stevenson is as good as he say he is, I see what he can do. And I don't see him. Shakur Stevenson is a good fighter. He's good on the inside. I see him as a smart guy. He's, if he tries to fight a style to please these fans, where he's just trying to engage more than he may need to, let's say it that way. A fighter can get caught when they're doing things uncharacteristically. Now, if he trains to do this, cool. Whatever it is, fine. He went as far as to say that Sugar Ray Robinson was trash. I've seen flaws in Ray Robinson, just like any other fighter. Like, well, a whole lot of other fighters. Let me say it that way. But I don't care about his opinion. He say he's trash. Okay, then if he think Ray Robinson is trash, right? He obviously thinks that he's better than Ray Robinson, right? And so my thing is, for Shakur, whether he's better than Ray Robinson or not, okay? What I'm saying, I don't think he should have as much trouble with Teofimo as people think he's gonna have. I think with his boxing skills, he should be able to outpoint him. He should be able to hit him with clean shots. And basically, if Teofimo try to come forward and try to put pressure on him, he should pick him apart easily. If Teofimo try to make it a stalemate and box and move and try to make Shakur come into him more, try to keep him more stationary, is probably going to be a boring fight. And that gives Teofimo a better chance of being able to do what he needs to do, simply because if he's being walked down, now don't get me wrong, if Shakur is smart, he could walk him down as well. And I'm going to tell you something, people looking at who hits harder, but I'm going to tell you, Shakur is way faster than Teofimo. And regardless, accuracy, landing them shots where they need to be, is different. Going to Teofimo's body, breaking him down when he don't expect you to. How he trained is how he trained. I know what I see in Teofimo. I'm the one that picked Teofimo to beat Lomachenko, and everybody thought I lost my mind, right? Yeah. Look like I'm the only one saying it. At the end of the day, I know what I see in him. I think that if he walks him down or if he's on the back foot, he should be able to beat Teofimo Lopez. And I believe that, see, the thing with Teofimo is a boxer. This is what people don't get. They make it, because he has power, they make it, anytime a guy can punch, they always want to make them like they're a brawler. They just, come and just chop you down. No, that's not what Teofimo does. Teofimo don't want to get hit either. Teofimo likes to try to move and slip, all that shit. He can control Teofimo with his jab. He can control him with the 1-2. He can keep it long, and he can make Teofimo get desperate. If I'm telling you, if Shakur Stevenson is on point, he should honestly beat Teofimo Lopez a lot easier than people understand. And pretty much, I'm talking like it's going to be a 12-round fight. I'm talking like a fucking 10-round to 2 type of situation. They straight up like a 10-round to 2 situation, man. If he's on point, man, I'm telling you, he should be able to outbox this dude and get Teofimo to the point where he gets desperate. Because I'm going to tell you, what Teo don't want to do is brawl. And when you can fight coming forward and backwards, and at close quarters, Shakur has every advantage over Teofimo other than power. And you see, the thing about Teofimo Lopez, real simple, man. He done fought a lot of soft touches for a couple of years now. So even with Shakur Stevenson having hand trouble and what's the dude that everybody was saying he should have fought? Everybody was Serbio, all these different people that people throw at you. Now the fight is here. If he's on point, like I said, man, everybody should see. Like I get tired of these fighters when they show up to the big fight and lose, and then all of a sudden it was too much pressure. All right, whatever, man. That might be it. But at the end of the day, the best should bring the best out of each other. Anyways, case in point, man, he has everything he needs over Teofimo Lopez, man. He has everything. Don't worry about his power. He has enough power. He has everything he needs to beat Teofimo. Stylistically, his style is all wrong for Teofimo. Because you see, Teofimo, when you fight flat-footed guys that don't have any hand speed, even if they can punch, but they're kind of slow, no real footwork, yeah, you can go in there and do all that slide down the ropes and shaking your shoulders and all that. But when you go in there with another top-level guy, and that guy can be smart, and here's the thing, Shakur can just keep it basic and completely dominate this dude, and then get tricky here and there, out of nowhere, power shots, put his combinations together. I'm not telling him saying go in there and just cruise. I mean, he could do that, make it an easy, boring fight. But I'm talking about going there, break him down. Don't worry about the fans. Break him down. And in due time, start to put that heat on Teofimo, where Teofimo is either going to fight more than he wants to. He's going to either get desperate, or he's going to climb up and try to play it safe because he's getting cut up. Eyes starting to swell, shit like that. His nose is bleeding, his lips is busted. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of situation. I can see so many different things in Teofimo Lopez's game. He can fight. Okay, the little bitch can fight. But I see so many holes in his game that stylistically with Shakur should break him down. And even if he don't knock him out or stop him, he should just be able to just beat his ass all night long. I'm telling you. But that all depends on what happens come fight night. Because to be honest with you, I've always seen Shakur as being a way better fighter than Teofimo Lopez. So for the people talking about if Teofimo fight him the way he fought Lomachenko, he gonna win. First of all, you gotta look at the size and height differences. The people don't know what the fuck they be talking about, man. And they're two different fighters. In fact, y'all the same ones that said Lomachenko was going to knock Devin Haney out. And bottom line, the fact that Devin Haney got the win, and y'all went and started this whole justice for Lomachenko nonsense, and actually created a Facebook page for him and all this kind of shit, begging and crying and whining like some little bitches because the guy that y'all wanted to win lost. And my thing was, if Lomachenko was what y'all said he was, why didn't he go in there and destroy Devin Haney? with all his experience and everything, when nobody gave Devin Haney credit and said, yo, regardless of what, that young man stood there and hung in there with this dude, man, and fought him toe to toe, stood there with him. And see, that's my thing. Devin Haney went there to fight him the way that people thought he should fight him. And they probably thought that they had to. If they didn't, they probably would have gave the fight to Lomachenko. That's probably how they felt, like, yeah, the aggressor, the guy coming forward, throwing punches. And I mean, that type of shit. Devin Haney shut everybody up in his last fight, and Shakur Stevenson shut everybody up in his last fight. So Shakur knows that if he needs to be more stationary at times, he can. But it's not about fighting the way the fans want you to fight. It's about fighting to get the job done. I believe he's smarter than Teofimo Lopez, and that he should break Teofimo Lopez down. And Teofimo should lead there with at least one eye closed shut, big mouse under his eye, busted up lips and nose. He definitely should lead a fight like that. And I think Shakur just has too much overall skill. If he just put it together come fight night, like I said, it don't need to be fireworks every single round. And what you have is a pure boxer versus a boxer puncher that tries to be a pure boxer. But you know what I'm saying? We've seen Teofimo go in there and fight most guys a whole lot on the back foot. And I'm telling you right now, Shakur can make this fight easier if he keeps it long. Like I said, and he can get body shots off on Teo. And Teo like to go on them ropes and all that. Yeah, believe me, he can outclass him. I don't see this as being a fireworks type of fight. To be honest with you, I see it being more strategic. But I think that when it's all said and done, Shakur Stevenson should get the win. And one thing that people got to understand is Shakur Stevenson, he got the footwork, he got the boxing skills, he got the defense, he got the IQ. Teofimo Lopez basically is a guy that he has, he can fight, but he tends to, like, these weak-ass opponents that he's fighting. And the thing is that the fact that the fight is going to the final bell, man, with these lackluster performance guys that he goes there to fight against. And I just look at it like, if he's on top of his game and Shakur's on top of his game, I say Shakur should win. And by a wide margin. By a wide margin, I think he should win. And like I said, he don't need to knock Teofimo out to beat him. I know a lot of people think that, and they're like, well, how is he going to knock Teofimo out? He doesn't have to knock him out to beat him. He can outbox him, and he can. And listen, he might end up stopping him, but I feel like definitely, it can happen. But just like with Haney and Brian Norman Jr., like I said, people talk all this, he can't punch. Brian Norman was saying the same thing. He can't punch, he can't hurt nobody, but he drops him. And pretty much all that talking that Brian Norman Jr. was doing, I told you guys, all that time, all the talk, just to end up saying, well, Devin Haney got experience, man. He's a great fighter. That's not what you were saying before the fight. You see, y'all always calling people pillow-fisted. They can't punch. They ain't got nothing to keep them off them, blah, blah, blah. Have you been watching their fights? And this again, we're not talking about Paulie Malignaggi. We're talking about, like, people who tried to pull that shit saying Floyd couldn't punch. I'm like, why nobody don't run through Floyd? Oscar De La Hoya told you, no, Floyd can punch. I told you guys, man. Y'all don't understand what y'all see in front of y'all. And like I said, nobody's running through Shakur. Nobody's running through Devin Haney. Yeah, because they just run. Okay, then when they stand and bite down and fight more toe-to-toe and they get in the better of the fighters, excuses. And I just feel like for Teofimo, he's been living off of that win against Lomachenko for so long. And he's really done nothing spectacular, nothing great. Teofimo has been actually irrelevant for a little while now. And when you keep living off of that one fight, Max Kellerman and all these meat riders might want to keep reminding you that he beat Lomachenko. Like, okay, Ed, so what? So what? Just like Kirkland Lang beat a 30-year-old Roberto Duran. And so we can't talk about no over the hill, washed up. Oh, hell no. Roberto Duran went on to win more titles and do things after that. But nobody want to bring that Kirkland Lang fight up. Oh, everybody have a bad night. Nah, no, not Devin Haney. Not Shakur Stevenson. Not Tank Davis. Right? Not Anthony Joshua. Yeah. Y'all decide when certain fighters have, off nights. So we don't want to hear that bullshit, man. Yeah. And who was Kirkland Lang, right? Yeah, go look him up. I posted a video about that shit. Hey, yeah. And Duran was 30. But there's always excuses for people. Certain people get the excuses. Some people get the sympathy. But that's my take on the fight, man. I think Shakur can win this fight by a much wider margin than people think, and make this fight a lot easier if he fights him the way I'm picturing it. And I'm only picturing it with what I've seen him do and what I know that he's capable of doing already. Nothing that I haven't seen him do before. But yeah, don't worry about trying to please these fucking fans. Go in there and fight your fight. And whatever adjustments you have to make in a fight, that's what it comes down to. And the thing is, Teofimo is not a better chess player than Shakur. And one thing he's not gonna have over Shakur Stevenson, like he had over Lomachenko, is just being bigger and stronger. So it doesn't matter. I think that Shakur Stevenson really got everything he needs to fuck Teofimo Lopez all the way up. That's all I got for you guys right now. Catch you guys on the next video.